So we were just talking about Riverwalks and how awesome it is.
You're overselling the Wii and underselling the Riverwalks.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell Riverwalk is.
By the way, welcome to You'll Never Walk Alone. Let's give a hooray to James Milner, signing with Liverpool today.
Yeah, good job.
All right. Woo!
I don't know what any of those words are.
Yeah.
It's a human and a team that join forces.
Nice. I imagine that's good.
No, it's all right.
Okay. For those who don't know, You'll Never Walk Alone is an honor to the fact that Terry and I are big Liverpool soccer fans.
Very flag football related.
Very flag football
related.
Yeah.
It is. Well, we play on a soccer field, don't we not? Do we not?
Yeah.
Yeah, that counts, right?
Yeah.
Soccer.
Play in England, too.
Yeah, exactly, you know. PC Delarisi, Terry Tam, Eagle, Mocon here in lovely eastern downtown Anjou.
West Island,
Anjou. Let's dive right into the opening drive here. No-fly zone, making noise over West Park. You like that? No-fly zone park? Get it?
I got it.
I know you got it. 32,
terrible name, but whatever.
32-22, Matt Bashara, 5 TDs, Matt Bond, 3 TDs, 2 INTs. We know this no-fly zone team, the core of what it is, you know, the Bisharas coming through for them.
Latin Hustle.
The Latin Hustle, Eddie Martinez, Steve Sander, all these guys have come through.
Yeah.
Do you have confidence in this team? Great regular season team, but come playoffs, they don't really show up.
Great regular season team. I don't want to say playoffs they don't show up because Matt Bashara, I think, has won. He's been to the championship 7 times, and he's won 4 times out of those 7 times. He's not the quarterback for this team. It's Corey Walwaski, who wasn't there this week.
Yep.
And they ended up doing well against a decent team, West Park, a team that they have FPF experience, but they don't really play. It's the first time they played together. But overall, I do have confidence in them in the regular season. I don't see how they'll pan out in the playoffs, though, like I've said.
I look, and maybe Peace will chime in as well with his thoughts. I look at this team here. It's a hybrid of Gators, Dirty Birds, a melange of West Island All-Stars, essentially. That's
a
what
whole
it is.
melange, a whole melting pot.
Exactly. You know, you put the spices together, and it comes up curry, you know?
Yeah. Whatever.
Sure.
What's tzatziki?
Maybe. Anyway, point is this, that when I see this team, and especially last year, the core of those Gator guys, Martinez, Woloski, Sander, they had a really good regular season, but this came up short in the playoffs here, and I think it's the same blueprint that they have applied now, albeit you got Bisharas to work with here, but I just don't know if they have it all to be that team come
But that's
August.
Sander playing quarterback, not playing receiver, and you know how good Sander is as a receiver. I don't even think Sander played this week, but either or, he's a big weapon on their team. And to take him away and put Matt Bashar or Corey Walwaski at that quarterback spot, it makes them that much better for sure.
Puzzles, your assessment?
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more, especially with regards to Steve Sander, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Really just a shutdown guy. To have that caliber player in Division C, there's no telling how far this team can go.
Amit Paul for West Park.
My boy.
He was your backup at Vanny, correct?
No, he came after me.
So he was your backup at Vanny?
No, he came after me. And he started, actually.
It's a chronological.
Oh, alongside with you.
Over me.
Okay, sure. How do you find that they are far too dependent on him as being the one-man show than being more of a balanced offense attack?
I think that you kind of, with this team, is that Bond, I think it's his first year playing quarterback, and Matt Bond.
Yes.
So, I mean, look at Amit Paul. He jumps so high. He would, like, I think 2 of the touchdowns he scored, he was jumping up in the air like 20 feet over anybody else, a la Byron Jones. I mean, it's
the former UConn Husky.
Former UConn Husky, now first-round pick for the Dallas Cowboys. It just overall, yeah, he was jumping up over everybody. I mean, why not throw it to him? I just think that the lack of weapons they have on this team on offense shows, and Amit Paul getting the ball mostly, he should be a secondary receiver at best, I think.
How impressed are you by Mr. 90210 and Steve Sander? That is a playoff of Steve Sanders from the show Beverly Hills 90210.
Best show.
Yeah, back in the day. Do you think he is your early candidate for 2A of the year?
I think so. I don't know if he'll get it because of the amount of talent he has on his team. I mean, that's often something that people look at. I mean, his numbers, I think they'll be a little inflated. I mean, he is a good shutdown guy, like Puzzle said before, but overall, I don't think he'll get the numbers to get him that
See, you said it yourself, Puzzles, man. It's picking up. Puzzles, man. Hashtag it.
Puzz.
Yes.
At Terry Tam FPF, at Eagle FPF, at Peas FPF, Mo19, hashtag Puzzles. For those who want to send in their questions and comments about this show. Game Changers, once again making our show script once more. Because
or as you wrote, the Game Changers.
Yeah, the Game Changers are great.
True,
Game Changers are good.
My bad.
Typo. It happens.
No typo. Thank you, Microsoft Word, for not correcting that. They hammer Key Portlock 44-20. Anton Saki, 7 TDs, 185 yards passing. Jeff Rosenblatt, 3 TDs, 2 INTs. I look at this right now. Why do teams ever throw to Kevin Bustani's side? He had a fantastic game. 3 PDs. 1 PD led to a pick by their defense here. I'll ask both of you guys this question because you know him very well. Why do you throw to Kevin Bustani? Because he
you're saying the name wrong, first of all.
It's Boost. Oh, Boost. Sorry. Boost. Why do you throw his side for when he is probably the best cornerback or lockdown corner, especially at the lower ranks?
I think he's probably one of the best ones in Division C. Oh, sorry. But he's probably one of the best ones in Division C right now. You can't not throw to his side. I mean, eventually you're going to have to go there, right? And Kevin is the type of guy where it doesn't have to be the guy he's covering. If you're throwing it to his side, he's gonna come and knock it down. He's that fast, he's that effective, and he's that smart when he plays. I'm always impressed watching Kevin Bustani play, and I was more impressed watching him play against a really good offense like Keyport Lock, a big offense, and he was able to get in there and get those knockdowns.
Puzzlers?
Puzz?
Well, in my opinion here, just Kevin Bustani is sort of diminutive in size. He's not a guy who you sort of see just standing out there. So I think a lot of times he just catches quarterbacks by surprise because they don't necessarily see him in coverage. And he's just so fast that he breaks the ball, and then before you know it, he's running back for 6.
Y.N.W.A, he's the focal point of that Keyport offense. How do they enhance it? Because it seems like he's the only guy producing, and the only confidence or the confident ability of Jeff Rosenblatt have in one guy, and Y.N.W.A.
He should have more confidence in a guy like Marty Friedman playing for them. I didn't see Marco Scanlon play this week, but he has Marty Friedman on his roster. Marty Friedman had an intense season, a crazy season last year in Division 6 with flagrant fouls.
Focusing on Yanni, you could do it. I mean, you could throw it up there. He's got great hands. He'll always come up with it. He's susceptibly fast, but he's got to learn to spread out the ball more. His first read is always to Yanni, and it's obvious. It's getting obvious at this point. The 50-touchdown season that he scored, that Jeff Rose scored, is not going to happen again if he keeps it one-dimensional like he is.
Our boy, Slim Sharkawi, does he look
overall ugliest individual picture I've ever seen?
Does he look like Maroon El Shamak?
He does look like Maroon El Shamak.
Eagle, can you Google it, please? Maroon El Shamak. M-A-R-O-U-N-E El Shamak. It should pop up for Google.
E-L.
You should know how to spell El Shamak.
Maroon El Shamak.
I don't know which school you went to if you can't spell El Shamak.
Moroccan soccer player plays for, I don't know, he plays for QPR now? No, PSG.
He plays anywhere. He plays somewhere in Europe.
He plays somewhere in Europe. He played for Arsenal.
Does he not look like, I'll ask pieces to look him up as well.
They're identical.
Maroon El Shamak. Does he not look like the game changer?
This is interesting radio. For those
it's
listening.
also webcasts as well. Here, from Lovely
I gotta say, honestly, I think he regrets his smile choice. I think he probably smiles better on a day-to-day occasion. But as Terry's pointing out, for those watching, you'll see Terry looks like he eats people, and so does Salim Cherkoui in this
He's got
picture.
chomps, man. He's got chomps for days.
Yeah.
But
I'm actually terrified. I will not be able to sleep tonight.
The reason why I bring him up, he's off to a fast start this year. He's having a great season for game changers. I think he might be the next big one for them.
I don't know about that. He's filling in nicely for Terrence Dobson. Terrence Dobson comes back this week. He's filling in nice for him, but I don't know. I was never a huge fan of their defense without him. They did shut down Keyport, but like I said, the one-dimensional Keyport lock. So I don't know.
All right.
Having Kevin Boost on your team, Boost on your team is it helps a bit.
Before we go to break, are you ready for my team of the week?
Your team of the week?
I'll give you one team. Well, actually, it's on the script. But nonetheless, pretend you don't know what the team of the week is, and you ask me,
cool.
Mokan, what the team of the week is.
Hey, Mokan, what's the team of the week?
Peasy, do you want to know what the answer to this question is?
I'd like to know the question.
The Punishers.
Punisher. Okay.
The Moran brothers.
If I can slap you, I will.
Why?
Whatever, okay, go.
Give
me your points.
Okay, they beat Laval's Finest 36-32.
Sure.
Okay? They have 3 players with 50-plus yards so far this season, okay? They held Rob Mashtub to minimal gains in that victory on Tuesday nights. They're my team of the week, 2-1. Cool uniforms, intimidating uniforms. They're going to be a dark horse as we proceed along here.
I guess you got to prove me wrong.
Why?
I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Are you a fan of Laval's Finest?
I'm a fan of Laval's Finest. No one said they're man. Looking pretty good over there, man. I'm a fan of Laval's Finest. I don't think they're going to go undefeated. And yes, the Punishers do have a good defense. I will say that. But overall, I don't know. I'm not impressed. I don't even see them making the playoffs.
Really, Peasler?
I'm more of a DC guy, so I can't support Punishers. Sorry. Can't do it.
That's why we didn't want you in Marvel. Team Marvel over here.
Good luck. Good luck being that.
Bring my
Wolverine,
Marvel
man.
shirt next week.
Coming up next, find out which division is the SEC of DC. Makes sense? Find out here on You'll Never Walk Alone from the lovely Sportiera Cage in eastern, western, downtown Anjou, south of Laval.
If it's in the game, it's in the cage.
Calling the audible.
That should be the slogan. If it's not,
School Board's DEAL program. Distance education for all learners will allow you to obtain your high school diploma or prerequisites for SAGEP or vocational studies from the comfort of your own home. It's never too late to go back to school. Learn anywhere at your own pace and get your diploma. Call 514-788-5937 for information or visit www.distanted.ca for more details.
We were talking off air
It's a pretty
about
fast break. I didn't even have time to take a piss.
Yeah, of course not. Or you can just,
We'll get you
Well,
back.
who says I'm not going right now?
yeah. Are you or are you not?
I'm impressed with the multitasking.
Let's talk about the power divisions in the DC. The SEC, in honor of the SEC, that's the Southeastern Conference for those who don't follow college football.
The dominant conference in college football.
Is it Conference A East Division or Conference A West Division? Now in CA East, you have 2.5 Dans at 3-0, Zoo at 2-1, Punisher at 2-1, Cream Team at 1-2, Laval's Finest at 1-2, Pats at 0-3. The West, you have Horns, that is the Longhorns at 3-0, No Fly Zone at 2-1, Killer Instinct at 2-1, Surge with Heat at 2-1, West Park at 1-2, Top Seasons 1-2, and Hitman Retro at 1-2.
I'm going with. You ready for my pick, or you want to go first?
You go first, ladies first.
So, I'll take that as a compliment, sir.
Yes.
I was going to say you look beautiful today.
Thanks, I appreciate it. It's a
There
big shirt.
is only one good-looking person, and she's not on set.
That's true. That's actually true.
Mom? Caitlyn Jenner.
Anyway, carry on,
Whatever.
please.
I do her.
My chair just broke. I officially became too fat. So I'm going to East on this one. CA East, Conference A East. I'm going with them because I think the 2.5 Dans, overall, probably they're the top 5 in the division for sure. And then I got the Zoo. I mean, you can never count out Zoo. They're just overall they're explosive on offense. They're organized on defense. They get it done. The Punisher, your team. The reason why I took the East over the West is because their bottom teams are better than the bottom teams in the other division. Okay, I'm looking at Cream Team, Laval's Finest, and the Pats. And Cream Team is not a 1 and 2 team in this division. Laval's Finest, them either. Then they came close to the Punisher. But overall, I think that this conference has a lot more parity than the Conference West. Sorry,
I'm
this
going
division.
West.
This division. You're going West? I know you're going West, Mo. I know how you think.
Go West, young
You look at
man.
numbers. You don't look at analytics.
Okay, there. Okay, there.
I don't even know what analytics means. But I know you don't look at
get
them.
the definition of analytics, please. Okay, look. The reason why I'm going
I believe the
West,
definition of analytics is the thing that Mo Khan doesn't look at.
every team has at least one win so far. Hitman Retro with the big win over Top Seasons on the weekend.
Yeah.
They're both 1 and 2. Sir with Heat, they could easily be 3-0. They lost the
But
Longhorns.
they beat Hitman Retro.
Right, but they lost the Longhorns
Yeah.
week 1 because they were first off undermanned,
Okay.
and B, trying to figure each other out here.
Cool.
They're an explosive offense. I love what they do on offense and on defense. Very fast, and in fact, I think they can be a dark horse team moving forward here.
I agree.
think Killer Instinct, they lost to Serve with Heat. They said very impressed by them, but they also have a pretty good team. They're very fast and young as well. I think No Fly Zone, we talked about them at the top of the show here and what they could present as a foe. 1 through 6. Longhorns 3-0. They've been a pretty impressive 3-0. They'll get some tough games coming up very soon here. I think this is the beast of this entire conference and entire division as a whole here. This is a division, I think, where the winner will come from.
You know what?
Buckets.
And I don't disagree
You're
with
saying
you.
conference.
West.
So even though the quarterbacks from Conference A East are all probably the best quarterbacks in the division, as per Simon Desjardins' article released today, if you haven't read it, please read it
I
on
read it.
www.flyplusfootball.com.
I read it.
Oh, Simon Dagenet.
Not impressed. A lot of spelling mistakes.
Yes. Who do you pick?
Sorry.
Who do you pick in terms of a conference? To break the tie here, he has East, I
think
have West.
I'm going to say it's East, and I think it's a lot like the SEC for a couple of reasons. One is they have a lot of they have great offenses, great quarterbacking, but I think they're also quarterbacks that'll struggle to the next level, much like the SEC conference in college football.
Word.
Okay, never mind then. I win.
All right.
It is now time for buy or sell. Terry and I will ask each other 3 questions, buy or sell. He'll ask me a question, do I buy or do I sell it? Terry, you go first with your first buy or sell question. We'll go back and forth.
All right, I'm going to go buy or sell on Mike Ginobili getting over 30 sacks this year. He's on pace.
I'm selling it.
You're selling?
I'm selling it. The reason why I'm selling this is because Mike Ginobili, right now, in terms of what he is, look, on GNR, they have a pretty good team. I think he'll get his sacks. He'll be somewhere in the low 20s, but he will not hit 30.
Prime time, though.
Prime time as well.
Yeah.
But I think when you look at this team right now, this is a situation where I look at it. They're going to score points. They're going to be in grind out games here, but I don't think he'll have that opportunity to get 30 sacks. It's so tough to get 30 sacks in any division.
It's crazy.
Matt Kirak, right? He was up there. The kid from Jean Guy as well. He almost got 30 sacks or hit 30 sacks.
Simon Laporte got 27 last year. Malcolm Archer at 25,
26.
I think. 26. Malcolm Archer playing for Alcohol of Fame Division E last year. I mean, look at the lower divisions, you can kind of say, but Division C, I think he's already got. He's not hitting
30. I'm selling that.
Oh, okay.
Buy or sell, GNR allowing 100 points against for the entire season. Right now, they've allowed 31 points. Their key games coming up, prime time, Preds Light, and Damps 25-8, which could all put up points here. So, are you buying it or selling it?
I'm selling on that because I believe just the Preds Light game is going to be a shootout. I think we're going to look at maybe like a 40 to 38 game kind of thing.
Another thing to keep in mind is a lot of the, for example, even just the 10-0 teams that we've seen in past seasons, they have all allowed more than 100 points in a season. So it would be very difficult for GNR to do that. It would be impressive if they do.
It's an offensive-driven league, just like P says all the time. Defense sucks, right? Useless. Who cares about defense?
So far, they've averaged giving up 10 points a game up till now.
Yeah, they've also scored. They've also allowed 0 points against the overrated Top Sauce. Top Sauce.
Let's not talk about that team ever again. Oh, crap, I forgot to bring you your chocolate milk.
Very confused by all the things that are happening right now.
We'll do it at the end of the show. You're next, Terry.
I'm next. So we're going to SBB, Simon Basquet-Baudouin, quarterback of Preds Light. There's a lot of talk about him this season and last season, running a 4.340, apparently.
On Madden?
Yeah.
Okay.
And is he the best running QB in FPF, not just in this division?
I'm buying it. 100% he is. I think SBB, the ability for him to use his legs and arms is perfect because he's made teams look foolish out there.
Yeah.
I know Keyport Lock, when they played him last winter, in the playoffs, I remember Jeff Rosebat's telling me, man, this is very tough. This guy is very tough to bring down. Even when they played him this year, very tough to bring down. His ability to buy himself time in the pocket, but also, on top of that, though, to win the first down battles.
He's not just
so
running
key.
around. He'll take off with a purpose. Like some
Absolutely.
running quarterbacks, they'll back up, they'll dodge the rusher, run back and forth, and throw a 3-yard hook. But he'll run around with a purpose. He'll run two direction for the first down, for the touchdown. He's on fire. Yeah, like me, except I win games.
Unlike
Someone beat someone this week. Yes, PZ.
Yeah, no. Do you think it's a function of the fact that he's not a great throwing quarterback, however?
I think it's development. I think he develops that as he moves along here, and that's where I think once he figures it out, he will be a very good quarterback. I know dual threat quarterbacks don't win many titles or go make deep playoff runs, but he could be the exception to the rule.
I think he can. His team was close last year in the spring, winter.
All right, buy or sell, Rob Allen, Amit Paul, Jacob Burnett, a.k.a. the Honey Badger, all surpassing 700 receiving yards. Right now, both those guys are in the 220 to 250 range. Buy or selling?
They're all at... We got 217 for Rob Allen, 204 for Amit Paul, and 202 for Jacob Burnett. I'm selling on all three of them. Having all three of them past 700 yards, but I'm buying on the only one person, and it'll be Jacob Burnett going over 700.
Honey Badger?
Yeah, the Honey Badger himself. Amit Paul, I think his stats are inflated a little bit. And Rob Allen, his numbers, he's got good numbers, but Longhorns, they like to distribute, right? It's not just one guy on their team. Rob Allen is great, but don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's going to hit 700 yards.
Puzzles quickly here. Buy or selling one of these three guys. Rob Allen, Amit Paul, or the Honey Badger, Jacob Burnett.
I think if anyone has a chance, it's going to be Amit Paul of West Park. Rob Allen's great, just not an explosive receiver. Jacob Burnett, I don't think has the quarterbacking yet. As you said, SBB still developing, so I think Amit Paul is the one to do it.
All right, fair enough then. All right, last one. Here we go for you and I.
We're going to go Cream Team here. I know we alluded to it earlier, but Cream Team at 1 and 2, are you selling or buying on their season so far at an under 500 record?
I'm going to buy their season. I think they're going to rebound. They haven't had the same roster for the last 3 weeks. I've score kept their game 2 out of the last 3. Alex Grace has not been there. They were missing guys to start off their game against Zoo on Sunday. I think if Jared Humphrey, who I think is a dynamic quarterback, is able to get the same lineup for 2-3 weeks in a row, this team has it. I'm buying them. They're a really good team that got off to a slow start like they did last year, but they've proven their worth, and I think they'll be a better team.
I have Matt Monet actually almost passing 700 yards this year, I think.
Oh, really?
And that's the reason why I'm buying this. I'm buying on this team for sure. I think they're gonna make it.
All right, Puzzles, you buying them or selling them?
I will buy as well.
No? Okay, we're all buying.
Let's go to your third point here before we go to the game.
All right, third one here. Buy or sell Joey Taylor of 2.5 Dan staying at 85% passing completion for the entire season.
Selling. He's a career 69%.
You're a hater.
No, I'm not a hater on Joey Taylor. I had a nice conversation with Danny Mac this week. I'm not a hater on Joey Taylor. I'm not a believer of that style.
Joey Taylor.
Of Joey Taylor.
You're pro.
I like Joey Taylor. He's a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but he's a career 69%. So there's no reason why I would think that he go over 85%. That number's inflated. Should have given me a 75. I might have been able to go over, but 85, no way.
Buy or selling piece.
I'm going to sell just on statistical improbability. I think Joey Taylor's awesome, but 85% is very hard to achieve, and it is way more likely that he will not
It's
achieve
tough
that.
to 85%, man. Only Kevin Wyeth has over 80.
Hey, he's running that offense to perfection.
He does.
All right, power
Whatever that
rankings here.
offense is.
Top 5 power rankings for the week here. Our first one, we'll do this every few weeks where we reveal our top 5 here.
Yeah.
Terry, go with your top 5 through 1.
Without going into too much detail, I'm going to go 5 through 1. Game changers at 5 with a loss to Preds Light without Terrence Dobson. Winning against Keyport and Dams. Also, I got 2.5 Dans at the 4 spot. I know you have him a little higher than me. Wins against Zoo, Patriot, and the Punisher. Not that impressed yet. Primetime at 3 with wins versus Dams, Team Ethic, and Preds Light. I'm impressed with Primetime's defense. Number 2, I'm going to go Longhorns with the wins against Served with Heat, Top Season, and Snatchers. Close game against Snatchers, a high-powered offense by Simon Daggs. Pains me to say that. And number 1, I'm going with GNR, Grip and Rip, dominating the season so far, especially with that 41 zip slobber knocker over
KGP.
over that shite team, Top Sauce.
I realized looking at your list, I'm like, wow, Terry's list is the same thing as my list. And I realized, wait a minute, that's Terry's list.
It's inverse.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here's my top 5 here. Number 5, Sir with Heat. Dynamic offense, lost to the Longhorns. A worthy competition that they lose to.
Yeah.
They're going to get better as the season goes along here. I love Lavley, what he's done with this offense. They're my 5 right now. They can move up, no doubt. The Longhorns, great start. They beat, guess who? Sir with Heat, who are a 5 seed right now in my books. They can get a big win themselves as they will play some bigger teams, and the schedule gets loaded towards the end. GNR, great defense, but who are they beating so far? Talk to me, people. They have not beaten anyone up till now. Primetime, exciting win that they had over Preds Light on the Hail Mary pass, and I think they're a team that's going to get better as they move along. And my number 1 team, because you're a hater of this team, 2.5
I'm not a hater of this team.
Yes, you are a hater of this team.
I like the 2.5 Dans.
What about last
They're one
week
of
when
my
I said
favorite
Joey
teams to
Taylor
watch.
was my number 1 quarterback?
They're one of my favorite teams to watch. I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer in that style, and I'll never go. But
Okay.
I love watching them. They're fun to watch.
All right.
Just to touch on something more,
Yes.
you mentioned the Hail Mary in that game. Primetime, sorry, not primetime, but Preds Light punted on 4th down with 2 plays left to give them a chance to throw that Hail Mary.
Right.
So interesting, controversial play call there.
It's true.
All I'm going to say right now is this for about 2.5 Dans. They play the Horns very soon. They defeated the Punisher team as well, beat Zoo. If they beat the Horns, there's a reason why they're my number 1 team. Hook 'em, Horns. Peace, quickly, your number 1 team in Div C is who in your mind?
I'm actually agree with 2.5 Dans. I do like what they do. It's not pretty to watch, but it's effective, and I gotta like a team that makes the playoffs every single season, regardless of the division they're in. So I'm gonna go ahead and say 2.5 Dans.
All right, it's now time for our picks of the week.
They need to buy some jerseys, though.
All right,
This is nuts.
Yes, they do.
Seriously,
Hey, Sportira.
Call Sportira.
Go
Maybe
to
Sportira
Sportira.
hooked you up for free, man, just to get some
Call
jerseys.
Sportira and get
Tired of
yourself
seeing
some
Danny
jerseys.
Mac's belly.
Skinny belly.
Skinny bill.
All right, here we go. Picks of the week.
Picks of the week, boys. We have No Fly Zone against the Brotherhood. I have No Fly Zone as 12.5-point favorites. Huge spread.
It's a big spread, and I'm taking no fly zone on that one with the spread.
And they're going to crush them. Jimmy Harry's played has regressed dramatically. Give me no fly zone plus points. Next.
And a team between Full Cream Team and 2.5 Dans, I give it almost a full touchdown spread at 6.5 points for 2.5 Dans.
I'm going cream team on this one. I'm going cream team with the win too. Well, obviously with the win.
Dance win, but they won't cover.
So what we learned here is Terry Tam really hates 2.5 dams.
I do not hate
Yeah,
it.
he does.
Preds light and the Dams 25-8. It'll be a tight one in my opinion, but I think the Dams will win, and the spread is 1.5 points. Terry Tam.
I'm going Preds light here. I don't know how you gave that spread to Dams, but whatever, I'll give it to you. I guess I kind of get it.
It's not just me. It's the wise guys out in Vegas. You see, I consulted
you
with
put it-
them, and that's
okay, I get it.
it's kind of what happened.
Dams 25-8 all the way through. Next game, please.
Laval's finest will take a trip to the zoo, but the zoo will come out ahead, and the spread is 3.5 points. They are the favorite.
I'm going underdog again, Laval's finest. Laval's finest, I think Rob Matchloop's going to come back and make a point.
Okay, first off, how the hell did Laval's Finest get to name themselves Laval Finest after Montreal's Finest? Give me the zoo. Plus
Because
points.
Laval is like the New Jersey to New York,
it's like
so
the
who cares what
Poughkeepsie.
Laval's finest is?
It's like the Poughkeepsie of
It's like the
Manhattan.
RDP to Anjou, where we're located right now. Sports
No, it's like the RDP to Montreal.
Okay,
It's like the Montcalm to
the
regular
place where
people.
nobody wants to be.
maybe. PZ, what did you learn today?
I learned that Terry Tam has a wonderful smile.
Thank you.
Terry Tam,
So does
what
Sadim
did you
Shakouri.
learn today as well? You learned what?
What did I learn today? I learned that I like Pisa's spreads better than I like yours.
Funny enough, I learned that I'm the one who make the spreads.
Damn it! Did you make it or he made it?
By the way, quick thing here. I owe Eagle a chocolate milk because we had a spread of 22.5 incompletions for Vince Nardone and Top Sauce. How many incompletions did Vince Nardone have, guys? 22
Wow.
incompletions.
I'm sure there's a misstat there. You messed up on one.
No,
you weren't paying attention.
I picked the over.
You weren't paying. I guarantee you hit 23. You were.
And it came down to the last play.
No,
No, Marco Bertoli caught the touchdown.
Good job.
He caught the pass to put themselves in position to make that play. Good morning, South Korea.